Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to day 17 of 31 days of Horrorween. Today we are going to be talking about The Relic as suggested by Random Ross over at Random Horror, Random TV, and I think he has one more channel. Link his horror channel in the description, and it'll also be above my head, so you can check out what he's doing for October. Another good friend of mine from the YouTubes, so thank you so much for your suggestion, Ross. I also want to say thank you really quick to my creepy patron peeps for your support of my channel. Thank you so much. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description. So directed by Peter Hyams, The Relic follows Lieutenant Vincent D'Augusta, a homicide detective who enlists the help of anthropologist Dr. Margot Green at Chicago's Natural History Museum. D'Augusta and Green are investigating the arrival of some crates from a dig in South America which seem to be related to a series of gruesome murders. Alright, so The Relic is based on a horror novel of the same name by Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child, and when it was getting ready to be adapted to the screen, producers were a little bit worried about the fact that it cast the museum, like administrators and higher up people, in a bad light, and they were also worried that it would frighten children away from going to the museum. As this is a monster movie, we have to talk about the monster design. The creature was designed by Stan Winston and his team, and then of course a computer generated version of that design was used for whenever the creature was like running, jumping, that sort of thing. When the creature's not moving or he's, you know, very close up to somebody, it's obviously the animatronic creature, and it looked really good. It looked so scary, so slimy, so gooey. It was like drooling and ugh. It was gross, it was awesome, and I loved it. I also love the extra time added in this movie. So instead of the normal 90 minutes, it's actually closer to a 2-hour runtime. I know that probably doesn't make that much of a difference in the grand scheme of things, but I feel like for the plot development and the character development, it did a world of good. So, you know, with the extra time, you're easing into the plot further and further as D'Augusta unveils more and more, and it, you know, it creates a nice build up to when we actually see the creature, which doesn't happen for a while in the movie, but in a good way. Like, it builds you up to it as opposed to it feeling rushed and just throwing the creature in for the whole movie and then you're, you know, tired of it by the end. I also really liked the character of Dr. Margot Green, played by Penelope Ann Miller. I really liked her character arc throughout the movie. She starts off like coming across very arrogant and self-centered and kind of whiny a little bit, actually, as she starts to help the investigation, and she eventually encounters this creature that she has never heard of. Obviously, she gets humbled a little bit, but then she's also, you know, still intelligent and a badass and knows how to take care of herself for the most part, and pretty much single-handedly defeats the creature, so that's pretty awesome. I also found myself relating to her a lot because I realized as the movie went on, like, I was like, oh, well, I guess, you know, she's arrogant in the beginning of the movie because her colleagues are kind of better at ass kissing and getting grant money for their research. And I found myself relating a lot to that, not because there's anybody on YouTube like that, not any of my YouTube colleagues. Please do not misinterpret that. There's no tea being spilled here, no 12-part series where I'm gonna expose everything. No, that's not what I mean. I felt like Margot wanted to be noticed for her brain and her talent, but that isn't really the way the world works, at least not in her world. In the museum world, you do have to kind of kiss up to the people with the monies to get the grants, and so you can fund your research. So I found myself relating to her in that way. I probably am thinking about her character like in, you know, way too deeply. Like, you know, it's probably not that deep, but I don't know, you know, when you just like relate to a character, and I don't know, I thought it was just portrayed really well, and there was a lot of time given to her character development, and it was really cool, and I liked it. And sorry, I went on way too long about Dr. Green, sorry. The only thing I didn't like about the movie is how dark it was. And I mean like literally dark, not like thematically, but like literally there were no lights. You know that like, you know, when the lights go out in the museum, it gets scarier, but then you have all these scenes of people with flashlights running around frantically, and that definitely aids in like feeling frantic and, you know, it gets your heart racing. But I feel like almost the entire last half of the movie is spent in the museum or in the tunnels underneath the museum with the lights out. So it's like after a while it just gets old and you just want to be able to see clearly. So was the movie worth it though? I think so. I thought, you know, I had never heard of this movie. Again, I mean, you know me, guys, I know nothing about movies. I don't know why you guys watch this channel. But I'm glad I know about it now because I had a fun time watching it. It was a great suggestion. So if you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. On IMDb, it has a 5.7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 32% critic score, 33% audience score, and on Letterboxd it has a 2.7 out of 5. So clearly the internet does not agree with me. Like every single movie, I watched this on Amazon Video. So if you also want to rent the movie on Amazon, there is an affiliate link in the description. There's no pressure to use that link, but if you do, it does help out the channel. There's also a page on my blog with affiliate links to every single movie I've watched so far this month. So if you missed something or you want to go back and watch something, you can find the links there. If you have seen The Relic already, let me know in the comments section down below what you thought about it. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a creepy peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday normally, but every single day of this month, there's a new movie review. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye.